Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm back with a second-hand finds haul. I think this might be my third or fourth, but they go down really well and I love doing them because, if you don't know, I'm obsessed with bargain hunting, charity shopping and just finding like all the good things that I find. So I've got a fair mix today. Obviously it wouldn't be a haul of mine if it wasn't for a great big bag of books that I clearly don't need by the shelves behind me, but you can never have enough. Well, you probably can, but I can't. I've also got my little helper P here today. She's currently reading some of her books that she got. So first of all, I'll show you a couple of things that I actually got off of Facebook. Now, I never buy things off of Facebook. I don't know why, because you can always get some really good stuff. It's just the whole Facebook and Gumtree, it's like the whole thing of being like, oh, I'm coming to your house with some money, like £7 or whatever. It just cringes me out. I don't know why, because everyone does it, but I just don't like going to someone's house to collect something. I just don't like it. But Neil went to go and pick this stuff up, and that is some Happy Land stuff. Now, if you watched one of my videos back in the summer, we got loads of Happy Land from a garage sale, and I saw these were listed and I just wanted to add them to our collection. Happy Land have got like new stuff in shops, and I hate the new variety because they're tiny and they just don't look real, whereas like the old stuff looks lovely in my opinion. What? Oh, do you want me to fix it? So the first thing we have got is Tea Rooms, Mr. Bun and Son Bakers. This was, I can't even remember. I basically got everything I'm now about to show you that's Happy Land I got for £20. I got some money off because I asked, because I'm tight. I saw this in a charity shop once and it was really beaten up, so I knew I wanted it and I was really happy to find it. It's our first two-story one. You've got some buttons inside, so you've got the phone, you've got the cash register, and then you've also got like the door. So we've got that one. The next one is the Vets. This is something that I had my eye on anyway. I did not know that did that. I just saw that and thought, that looks like a button. There's a little button here. So yeah, we've got the Village Vet. P loves this one. This one's her favourite. And here you've got this. What noise does this make? Yeah. P absolutely loves that. And then you've also got the door as well. So we've got the Vet, and then the other one, which is one that I've never seen before, which I thought was quite cool. And that's this little, like, I don't know, like a traveller's cart, because it's got like two little beds and like a kitchen that opens up, and then I have got like a horse attachment. And where's the horse gone? Here it is. It also comes with this little horse. So yeah, I got all of that for £20, and then I also got the characters as well. I won't go through them all. We also got like a couple of like vehicles as well to go with like the bakers. So we've got the little vet. Also got a selection of animals, so we've got a little bunny rabbit, if that's going to focus. There we go. We've also got the little cat. We've got another cat, so we've got two cats, and then we've also got a little dog. Here goes. Got a couple of people, so this lady is for the horse thing, and then this one is for the bakers. A couple of other things I got for P were some books. I've actually been quite reserved on the books for P, but to be fair, I've pretty much got all of them that I'm after. There's only two that I'm actually on the hunt for, which is Owl Babies. I don't know if anyone remembers Owl Babies. I don't know why I've got like a bee in my bonnet that I need it, but I do. And then there's another one by Janet and Alan Alberg, which is called The Baby Catalogue or something. It's just something I want. But other than that, I've only got 4 books for her, and one of them is actually going away for like a present. I don't bloody know when. So the first one is The Three Little Pigs by Nick Sharratt, who's the illustrator, and Stephen Tucker. We don't have any of like the classic like fairy tale ones, but this is a lift the flap one. It's a little bit of a weird one, I'm not gonna lie. Like the way it's told is a little bit odd, but I mainly just got it for the flap so P can just sit down and read on her own, because that's just something that she really enjoys doing. She doesn't really let me read to her unless she's like behind bars in her cot. But yeah, so this was 50p or 2 for £1. There's no difference. I ended up getting this one as well, again by Nick Sharratt, but this is a Julia Donaldson one. This is the same layout as Toddle Waddle, which is one that we have got and love, and this is Goat Goes to Playgroup. It's the same concept as the Greedy Goose Chocolate Mousse or something. So yeah, it's really bright and colourful, really good condition. There's literally nothing wrong with it. And when I saw it, I was like, I can't leave it behind. Another one I got is a classic, and that is Harry McClary from Donaldson's Dairy. I don't really like this one because it's so hard to actually read it out loud. Like Harry McClary from Donaldson's Dairy. Schnitzel von Krumm with a very low tongue. Pardon? What are you saying? What? Yes, your hair. Look, can you see yourself in the camera? Is that good? So yeah, we've got Harry McClary from Donaldson's Dairy. Do you like this one? Yeah? And that was only 50p, so I was really happy that we found that one, and it's in like mint condition. Whoopsie. The other one that I got, which was only £1 for this massive book, and this is Usborne Classic Stories for Little Children. Now this is probably going to go away for when she's 4, I don't bloody know. Maybe 3, who knows, you might see it in my next book advent video, who knows, because I don't know. There's only 5 stories in this. So we've got The Railway Children, Wizard of Oz, The Secret Garden, Wind in the Willows, and The Story of Heidi, who I've got no idea who that is, what that's about, but all the others I know. And it's just a really nice bind up, and I love the illustrations. Like, I love Usborne, like, by themselves anyway, but this is like a different take. It's more like grown up, but I just love the drawings. And the whoops, I keep hitting my camera. And the fact that it was only £1, like, look how beautiful this is. All about that. So I'm really, really happy that we've got that. And there's a little bookmark in there, I don't know if you saw, but I can read like a couple of pages a night to pee. Not that she's going to know what's going on, but the thoughts there. The final thing I got for P was a DVD, and that is Brave. So this is a Disney Pixar one. I always record it whenever it's on telly, we never watch it, and I saw it was only 50p, so I thought I'd collect it, add it to the collection. I've got a fair whack of Disney DVDs, but not so many of the Pixar, so I'm now on the hunt for like Nemo and The Incredibles and Toy Story and all of that. I don't need to own them, but I also feel the burn inside me that says that I do. So I picked Brave up. I don't really know how I feel about this. This is a bit of a weird one. You have to leave me a comment below, let me know what you thought about it, but it was 50p. Next is something that is really, really weird, because I'm only 24, but I like doing puzzles. Over Christmas time we started doing wasgigs. My grandma moved out of her home, and she's downsized, and she had to get rid of a lot of her stuff. If you don't know what a wasjig is, it's basically jigsaw backwards. See? J-I-G-S-A-W. Wasjig, jigsaw. Love that. Anyway, so yeah, my grandma had to get rid of quite a lot of her stuff, and we ended up getting all of my childhood board games. I think I filmed it over Vlogmas, and quite a lot of wasjigs. I say quite a lot, we've probably got like 4. And then I went into a charity shop and thought, why aren't I looking for wasjigs? And I found one. Since then, this past week or so, I'll show you what I found. I found 3. It's not like we do them really fast, but they are actually really, really expensive. They can go like on eBay for like £5 or £6, or you can get them like brand new for like 12 to 15 quid, which for a puzzle that you're only going to do once is very expensive. Wow, good girl. That's it, thank you very much. Let mummy have. So the first one I've got is this one, which is the Vets. So it's a 1,000 piece. This was £1.50, and this, hang on, and this is what it looks like. Basically make what they are looking at, so you can see like this guy's like really, really shocked. You make what they see. if that makes any sense. But yeah, I just like puzzles, and this was only £1.50, so I got that one. Next one I paid a little bit more than I would have liked. Obviously the last one was £1.50, this one was £3. But it's charity at the end of the day. And this one is a Destiny puzzle. I don't know what the difference is between like original and Destiny. I can't imagine there's anything. This one is Commuting Chaos. And then that is what that one looks like. And then Neil, because I've got him involved as well, found one at a car boot. And this was only £2. And this is a Destiny one again, Shopping Shake Up. And then, nah. So yeah, they're all 1,000 pieces. I don't know when we're going to have time to do them. We sometimes do them in the evenings because we are wild, like in our 20s. It's just what we do. Moving on to my favourite bit, obviously, and that is books. I've got a fair few, but these have been collected in the last like month and a half, 2 months. I think I've already shown this in a vlog, but I thought I'd show you it anyway, and that is the Sophie Kinsella Finding Audrey. This is a YA of hers. I've never actually read a Sophie, even though I own them all. But this had a lot of hype. I believe it was one of the Zoella book club picks as well. It's really, really pretty. It's a hardback version, and this was only 50p in a charity shop. So I'm happy I've got it. It's probably going to be one of the first ones that I read of hers. But I want to say it's about like mental illness and stuff. And then the other Sophie Kinsella is the Sophie Kinsella writing as Madeline Wickham, which is actually her name. I always thought that Sophie Kinsella was her actual name and Madeline Wickham was her pen name, but it's not, it's the other way around. Fun fact. And this is one of her earlier publications, and that is A Desirable Residence. And that's what that looks like. So I've now finished off the collection that she's written as Madeline Wickham. I have picked up one and I stopped reading it because book club and all of that sort of stuff. I will also quickly mention book club. On Instagram, which is where we have our little book club book chat, it only allows you to have 15 people in your group, which is so annoying. So if there are other people out there that want to get involved in my book club, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I've had a couple of messages and I haven't got round to sorting out like another way how to do it. So if you know of how we can sort of do a larger group chat, let me know. Anyway, I've got a couple other like standalone novels, and then I've got some by like the same author. So the first one is by Caroline Roberts, My Summer Magic Moments. I only got this because it was 30p, and I've got a couple by her already. I don't really know if it's anything that I'm going to read anytime soon, but I just get impulsive. I brought this the same time as I brought my puzzle. And it says like, Claire is a survivor and she's growing proud of the scars that prove it. She's determined to make most of each day, to seize those little magic moments that give it life its sparkle. And then Ed turns up. Don't know who Ed is. Don't know how I feel about it, but got it anyway. It was only 30p. Oh, and that's Sophie Kinsella one. This one, that was £1. Next one is one that sounds right up my street. Now I'm not going to read the blurbs of all of them, but I'm going to read of this one because it just sounds good. So it's by Annie Darling, which I think is a great name anyway. Like, I would change my name to Annie Darling. I wonder if that's her real name. And it's called The Little Bookshop of Lonely Hearts. It's quite a big blurb, so bear with me. Once upon a time, in a crumbling London bookshop, Posy Morland spares her life lost in the pages of her favourite romantic novels. Oh! So when Bookend's eccentric owner, Lavina, dies and leaves the bookshop to Posy, she must put her books down and join the real world. Because Posy hasn't just inherited an ailing business, but also an unwelcome attention of Lavina's grandson, Sebastian, aka the rudest man in London. Posy and her friends fight to save their beloved bookshop. Posy's drawn into a battle of wills with the infuriating Sebastian, and about whom she's started to have some rather feverish fantasies about. Like her favourite romantic heroines, will she ever get her happily ever after too? I think it sounds really good. This was only 25p, so I don't normally go for authors that I've never heard of before, but that one just sounds a little bit of me. And then the last one is by Ali McNamara. This again was only 25p, and this is Letter from the Lighthouse Cottage. This sounds really good. There you go. I'll put that on the screen so you can pause it and just have a little read, because I'm not going to read out all of the blurbs. I have got one by her already, Don't know where it's gone. It's on the shelf somewhere. I got it back in October when we were in Skegness. Fun fact. I got myself a couple of Jane Greens this past couple of months. This is what they look like. I wish I didn't get this one because it's by Jane Green and Friends. I don't like short stories. I'd rather just have a whole book. I didn't realise, but I saw it was called The Holiday. It looked festive and I just got intrigued. But yeah, it's basically like 3 stories, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but this was 50p. The other one I got is The Beach House, which has got one of the tragic covers again. I don't know what the metallic theme is with some of her books, but this is what it looks like. Don't know if you'll be able to read it, but we'll see. I'm probably not going to get to it anytime soon, but you know what I'm like. I see an author that I haven't got the book of before. Hello! Where are you going? And I just buy it. So yes, I can't remember how much that one was. Probably £1. All by the same author, which I have now collected all of her books. There's only like 6, and that is by Heidi Swain. So we've got The Cherry Tree Cafe, and then we've also got Summer at Skylark Farm. Heidi Swain is actually from Norfolk, so it's good supporting a local author, I guess. I got these for 99p each, and I have actually read one of these. I literally just finished this one last night. I don't know how I feel about it. It wasn't that great, in my opinion. Spoilers if you haven't read it. If you're not interested, I'm going to ruin it anyway. I don't like it when there's a love interest in this, but they don't get together until the epilogue, which is like at the end of the book. And it's like this whole suspense, not suspense, but like this whole book is like about them and their relationship and all the ups and downs and all the arguments, and then they don't get together until the end. It's just like, I don't know. So that's my first one of hers. Obviously I've got them up here. I'm excited for the Christmas ones, but I'm not going to read those right now because we're in January. I probably would, but never mind. And then this is the next one. This is about a girl who moved from the city with her boyfriend, I think, and they moved to help out his family farm, and they tried to figure out whether that's what they want or whether they're like polar opposites and stuff. So yeah, it sounds good. Her writing style's not awful. I just wasn't a massive fan of the first book that I read of hers, but never mind. It was her debut, so hopefully she's gotten better with time. The next one is a Lucy Diamond. I'm slowly but surely getting through my collection of hers. I've only got a couple more to get, I think. But again, haven't read any of them. And this is Lucy Diamond, Summer with My Sister. This is what it looks like. And then if I just turn it round, there we go. Don't know if you're going to be able to see that because of the cover. There we go. Yeah, I've recently found that I like books that are first person. I don't know what the other ones are because I'm not very clever. Even though I like to read, I'm not very savvy. I don't know what it's called when they're not in first person. I think it's third. Like, instead of being like, I found it really funny, it'd be like, she laughed really loud. I found Carol Matthews, for example, is first person. I said this. Whereas Jill Mansell she said that. But does that make any sense? I don't even know what I've just said. But I like it when it's the first person. And Lucy Diamond's not. Quite a lot of the authors that I have brought aren't first person, which is probably why I haven't read them. I find it harder to get into it. Then I have got 3 by Millie Johnson. Again, like I said, I've been collecting these for a little while. Did I say the price of this one? This one is really, really scatty. I'm so sorry about the state of my mind whilst I'm filming this. This is 25p. One of these is 25p, and then the other 2 were £1. So the first one I've got is The Birds and the Bees. This one sounds really good. This one's actually quite battered, but I've gone past the point of caring now. Romance writer and single mum Stevie Honeywell has only weeks to go to her wedding when her fiance Matthew runs off with her glamorous friend Joe McLean. But Stevie knows exactly how to win her man back. By undergoing a mad course of dieting and exercise, she is sure things will be as sweet as nectar before very long. Likewise, Adam McLean is very determined to win back his lady. All he needs to do is convince Stevie to join him in his own cunning plan. A prospect neither of them finds attractive, seeing as each blames the other for the mess they now find themselves in. But when her strategy of self-improvement fails dismally, Stevie finds that desperate times call for desperate measures, and she has no option but to join forces with the big Scot. So, like a Scottish country jig, the two couples change partners, and the question is just who will be dancing when the music stops. The next one is White Wedding. This is about 3 women that go to get married, and the one thing they've got in common is the bridal shop as to where they go. So yes, got that one. And then the other one is one that I read ages ago, read the blurb ages ago, and I couldn't remember what it was. And I found this, and this is the one. Best friends from work, May, Lara and Claire, are desperate for some time away. They have each had a rough time of it lately and need some serious R&R. So they set off to a luxurious spa for 10 days, but when they arrive at their destination, it seems it's not the place they first thought it was. In fact, they appear to have come to the entirely wrong village. Here in Wren Dulham, nothing is quite what it seems. The lovely cobbled streets and picturesque cottages hide secrets that villagers have been keeping hidden for years. Why is everyone so unfriendly and suspicious, and why does the landlord of their holiday rental seem so rude, and why are there so few women in the village? Despite the strange atmosphere, the 3 friends are determined to make the best of it, but will this little break be all they need, or will the odd little village with all of its secrets bring them to breaking point? So yeah, it sounds interesting. But yes, that is It's Raining Men again by Millie Johnson. I've got 3 more to go. I have started buying another series. I haven't got many because I don't know if I'm going to like it, and I'm going to be reserved to not buy any more unless I like the series, if that makes sense. And that is the House of Night series. I don't know if any of you have read this. This is about vampires, so it's a little bit niche, I guess. I think when you say the word vampires, everyone just thinks of like Twilight and how bad that was. Well, bad, good, whatever you want to say. So I don't know, I think just vampire stories in general just have a stigma around them. This is a really large series. I don't know how large. I want to say like 8+ books, maybe 10. I'm not 100% sure. I read the Vampire Academy series and bloody loved it, and that's a 6-book series with a 6-book series spin-off. I've really been enjoying reading stuff that's not chick lit at the moment, so I just saw these in one of my favourite bookshops and picked them up. They're only £1. So we've got the first one, which is Marked, and then we've got the second one, which is Betrayed. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to like them, but I saw them and thought, why not? And then the last one I got is my first Cecilia Ahern, I don't know how you pronounce it. That wasn't my YA ones, which was Flawed and Perfect, which I loved. This sounds quite deep, which is why I haven't picked it up and read it yet. But it's about this woman that is crossing a bridge, and she sees a guy on the bridge that's about to commit suicide. And they basically come up with an agreement that he gives her until his 35th birthday, so 2 weeks, to try and make him change his mind and make life seem like it's worth living. And it's about their journey, and I believe they fall in love. I'm not too sure, but it just sounds really good and really interesting. It's nothing like I've ever heard of before, so if you've read it, let me know. I really do want to get into Cecilia Ahern. I loved her writing style for Flawed and Perfect. I don't know if I've mentioned, I did mention it, I mentioned it in one of my videos. If you haven't read those books, pick them up. They're YA, they're really easy. They're on my book club pick of January, and all the girls flew through them. We were only intending on reading the one book, the first one, and we all smashed the second book as well. So good. So that's why I picked up a Cecilia. I don't really know where to start with her stuff, but I just saw this, it was only £1, and I just thought, why not? That concludes my massive secondhand finds haul. I really hope you enjoyed it. I apologise for the background noise, the disruption of the cat, the disruption of P. I literally can't film anymore without P, so just listening to her in the background making some noises, I hope that's okay. But I literally, there's nothing I can do unless I shut her in her room and she screams, which is not fun for anyone. So as always, let me know if you've read any of these books, any you recommend. I've got a fair few, but I've really got my reading bug. I read 7 books in January. Are you ready to say goodbye? Look at what you've done to your hair. Show everyone what you've done to your hair. That's what happens when you get angry, isn't it? Yeah, that's you. You look really messy now. If you do puzzles, you never know, I might be able to start up a new chat. I could start up like wasgij chat. Would you like to be part of my wasgij chat? No. Hope you all enjoyed today's video, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye! Take this out. What do you say?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Can you say meow?
Meow.
Meow.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.